Look in your fridge. Go on, I'll wait. Behind the milk, past the leftovers, what do you see? A sad wilting lettuce? A strawberry turning fuzzy? A slice of cheese drying into a fossil? It's a quiet weekly tragedy. We buy fresh food with the best intentions, but life gets in the way, and into the bin it goes. But what if that didn't have to happen? What if your fridge wasn't just a cold box, but a smart garden? A place where food didn't just slow its decay, but actively stayed fresh, crisp, and vibrant for weeks, even months? Welcome to Boson Buzz. I'm Monty Molecule, and today we're rethinking the most humble of appliances. We're not just cooling our food, we're giving it a second life. Meet the guardian of your groceries, the ultimate preserver. Our story starts with a simple, universal fact. Food wants to die. From the moment it's harvested, it's under attack. Microbes land on its surface, eager for a feast. Its own internal enzymes start breaking it down, turning crisp apples mealy and green herbs brown. Oxygen in the air rushes in, causing fats to go rancid and colors to fade. Our traditional solution for centuries has been simple. Make it cold. Refrigeration slows these attackers down, like putting them in slow motion. But it doesn't stop them. The battle still rages, and eventually, the food loses. The new solution changes the entire battlefield. Instead of just slowing down the enemies of freshness, it neutralizes them one by one. It uses a combination of gentle technologies to create a personalized, perfect environment for each type of food. Think of it not as a fridge, but as a miniature, intelligent ecosystem for your food. To understand how it works, we need to meet the three enemies of freshness head-on. First, the microbe. The preserver's first line of defense is a gentle, invisible light. Not a harsh UV light, but a specific, safe wavelength of blue light that is harmless to us and to the food itself, but is deeply disruptive to bacteria and molds. It scrambles their internal machinery, preventing them from multiplying. Shelves and drawers are lined with this subtle light, creating a sterile field that keeps the surface of your strawberries and spinach inhospitable to fuzz and slime. Second, the enzyme. This is the food's own self-destruct mechanism. The preserver tackles this with a technology called targeted atmospheric plasma. It sounds like science fiction, but it's beautifully simple. Inside certain compartments, the preserver generates a tiny, contained field of cool plasma, the same stuff that makes neon signs glow, but at a power level lower than a child's nightlight. This plasma creates a whisper-thin shower of charged particles that settle on the food's surface. These particles deactivate the specific enzymes responsible for browning and softening without cooking or damaging the cells. It's like putting a microscopic protective shield on every grape and avocado, putting its internal clock on permanent pause. The third and most pervasive enemy is oxygen. The preserver doesn't just pump out the air. Instead, it employs a silent, breathable membrane technology within its sealed crisper drawers. This membrane acts like a one-way valve for gases. It allows the ethylene, a natural ripening hormone that fruits give off, to escape, so your bananas don't over-ripen everything else. But it actively scrubs incoming oxygen, replacing it with a carefully balanced mix of nitrogen and argon, inert gases that food simply ignores. Inside that drawer, your broccoli isn't breathing. It's in a state of suspended animation, staying vividly green and crisp for weeks. But here's the truly intelligent part. The preserver doesn't apply all these tools to everything. It knows that a head of lettuce has different needs than a fillet of salmon. Using a combination of weight sensors, simple gas sniffers, and cameras with basic image recognition, it identifies what you put inside. Place a bunch of herbs in the designated herb chamber, and it activates a high humidity mist along with the plasma field, keeping them from drying out. Slide a loaf of crusty bread into the bakery zone, and it maintains a very dry, cool environment with gentle air circulation to prevent mold while keeping the crust perfect. You can witness this in action with a simple experiment. Take two identical ripe tomatoes. Place one in an ordinary fridge drawer. Place the other in the preserver's fruit sanctuary. Mark your calendar. In the ordinary fridge, after a week or two, the tomato will start to shrivel, its skin will soften, and a white mold might appear at the stem. Open the preserver after the same time, and the tomato will look and feel as if you bought it yesterday, firm, glossy, and perfectly red. It's not frozen in time, but it's living in a time of its own, stretched out almost indefinitely. This isn't just about preventing waste, it's about reclaiming flavor and nutrition. Nutrients like vitamin C degrade rapidly when exposed to air and light. By creating a near-perfect environment, the preserver locks in those vitamins and antioxidants. That spinach will deliver more of its nutritional punch weeks later. The delicate aromas of fresh herbs, which usually vanish in days, are preserved. The implications ripple outwards from the kitchen. Imagine the impact on a family's weekly shop. Instead of frantic large trips, you could buy fresh seasonal produce in bulk when it's cheapest and know it will last. The weekly fridge purge becomes a thing of the past. For people living in food deserts or with limited mobility, The ability to keep fresh, healthy food longer is transformative. Now, scale this idea up. Think of the journey a strawberry takes from a farm to your city. It's picked, shipped in refrigerated trucks, stored in distribution centers, and finally displayed in a store. At every step, it's losing life. Now imagine if those shipping containers and supermarket display cases use the same principles as the ultimate preserver: the gentle light, the plasma field, the smart atmospheric control. The entire supply chain could become a seamless extension of freshness. Food waste, a massive global problem, could be slashed dramatically. Fresh food could travel farther, reducing the need for energy-intensive frozen transport. Looking further ahead, this technology could change our relationship with food itself. It enables true harvest-to-table eating, even in cities, by making local, seasonal eating practical over longer periods. It could be integrated into smart kitchens that plan meals based on what's optimally fresh, suggesting recipes to use the asparagus before it ever thinks of wilting. The ultimate preserver moves us beyond the blunt instrument of cold. It treats food not as a dying commodity, but as a living, valuable resource to be nurtured. It gives us back time, money, and the simple joy of a crisp, perfect piece of fruit anytime we want it. The ultimate preserver promises a future where the bounty of a harvest lasts, where good food is never wasted, and where every meal begins with ingredients at their absolute best. If the idea of a fridge that fights for your food inspires you, please like and subscribe to Boson Buzz. Until next time, have a safe and curious week.